What's going down, T Subs and T Squad? Before I give y'all this review, let me just say that I'm still not 100%, but I have a little bit energy up in me to at least give y'all this review for last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop. Like, girl, I was so out of it, I forgot that Love and Hip Hop Miami was even on. I didn't even realize it until later on when I got back home, and I was like, oh shit. When I started seeing everybody putting out day reviews, I forgot all about it. Don't worry about me, y'all. I'm fine. A lot of y'all been DMing me. I'm good. All right, I don't want none of y'all worried about me. It's just tiring right now. All right, it's just a lot, and then have to deal with things with the TV. It's a lot. These housewives is a lot, and all of the news. It's a lot, but I got this. I got this. So let me get into character. Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 4, episode 2, Island Time. I will say this. This episode was okay. Um, but I don't want to have just okay episodes because you're gonna lose my attention really, really quickly. I already got a short attention span. Real shit. I have a short attention span. And it was okay, but it sure won't nothing that, was like, oh, I'm so glad I came up out of my funk, or it brought me up out my funk. But for what it was and what y'all gave, all right. So Amara and Santo Domingo DR. So she's into real estate now because music started making her feel like a slave. Excuse me. Well, listen. Slave to the music, child. You're a slave to the music. And Michael Jackson already said that we were slaves to the rhythm, honey. So, I mean, it is what it is, Amara. She has a new man, Alan, and he is also a realtor. About the whole realtor thing, I'm not upset about that. I feel like if Amara is good at it, um, it can work for her, especially considering that she's on Love and Hip Hop. She'll get her foot in the door quicker with selling luxury homes and $1 million homes way quicker than an average Joe or Janet would. So, you know, uh, uh, Joe or Jane would. So, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. It's a huge leap over music, especially considering for the past 3 seasons, you talked about wanting to do nothing but it. I'm just gonna be real, Amara. While I feel like a part of you is there for that, I still feel like the hugest part of it is behind that damn man. Amara, let's not sit here and act like all of these seasons you have not came up here and then you get in love, you think you in love with a man, and then you make all of these decisions and it sounds good at the time, but then when real life happens and you realize that it's not all sugar and cream, peaches and gold, raindrops and gummy bears and stuff like that, then you want to resort back to what you know, and that's blame everything and everybody other than yourself. I don't know nothing about Alan. Alan seems like a real nice person. He seems like a real nice Puerto Rican person. He really do. He seems like a real nice Puerto Rican. But at the end of the day, Amara, I just know you and I know how you are when it comes to these men. And I don't want you to place all of your eggs in this one basket. You uprooted your whole entire life from Miami down to Santo Domingo for some shit that's just not going to work. Like, I really wished you had just as much passion for your music as you do these damn niggas out here, because you uproot your whole life for these niggas, child. I'm just saying, Amara, and I like you, Amara. I like you a lot. I really do. I like you a lot. And you actually do have talent. And I would love for you to tap in your talent instead of tapping into these damn houses. But whatever. Make your money. But don't lose who you are for that or no damn man, because I still feel like Alan has a lot to do with the decisions that you're making. But whatever. So Sukiana then decided to open up, invest her money, and she decides to open up, of all things, a shop, a clothing shop, a clothing boutique, if you will. Listen, you know what, Sukiana, I'm probably taking you for granted because I'm not a Floridian. I'm not a Miamian. I don't know how the fashions is around there. And maybe the 1990 dope dealer girlfriend fashions work for these newfangled hoes that's out here. So maybe by them being the generation that we're in now, maybe that would work for you. But Sukiana, I don't see no real grown ass women that's been through some things in life beating down your box to buy anything that you have. I just don't see no real life working grown ass woman want to walk around here looking like you. No shade. Then you want to sit here and compound it even more by having your ghetto fat ass cousin, whose only claim to fame was working at City Trends. Shout out, because I worked at City Trends too, bitch. Was working at City Trends at Popeyes. And because he did that, you're going to have him run your stove. Listen, Suki, do what you want to do. It's your business. It's your money. It's your family. All I'm saying is when the shit sank and it topples and it gets sunken down under, don't blame no damn body else but yourself. You're not making right business moves or right business decisions, and then you still sitting up here trying to have a fucking baby. And moving on. Stella is an author, and then she talks about her miscarriage and how Ace Hood handled it. Sheila, I understand how you feel, but that's most men. Most men really don't know how to like grapple things the way you feel as though they should. And just because you grieved one way and he grieved differently does not mean both of y'all aren't grieving. You understand what I mean? He is grieving. We saw that man cry over that. The thing is, he's been taught and conditioned to be a man. You crying over a miscarriage is what you're supposed to do in his head. In his head, he's supposed to suck it up. It's life. It happens. Be there for your woman. Continue doing what you need to do and try again next time. And I know it's harsh. I know it sounds unfair, but that's how most men think about it. You know what I mean? Not all, but most men feel that way. So, don't beat him up too much about that, because you got a damn good man, child. You got a damn good man, Sheila. All right? And you got hoes like Sukiana in them that's willing to snatch up your good thing because you want to be upset over a miscarriage and how he took it and how he handled it. He cried. Trust and believe you me, he cried. When y'all saw him cry when he talked about that Blondie, he cried. Lord Jesus. Anyway, about y'all hosting the Mother's Day brunch, myself personally, I feel like it's too soon. I don't feel like that was something that y'all should have done. And everybody being in y'all life who knows the situation would have understood it. I felt like y'all should have left that to Blondie, because Blondie obviously needs something to do, child. So go on. I think they call her Blondie. Blondie. It ain't Blondie. I think it was Blondie. Y'all know, Ace Hood Mama. She needs something to do. Y'all just should have threw that on her doorstep, and that would have gave her something to do instead of sitting around here playing at what y'all got going on. So Trina having a bad day as usual because of the loss of her brother a few years ago. Trina, and I'm about to be completely honest with you, sis, and this is no shade because I totally understand. I'm still grieving both of my parents. One been dead almost going on 20 years, and the other one been dead for going on, 3 years now, about to be 4. I totally get it. I still have bad days. I'm having bad ones now during this time. But here's the thing, Trina. I'm not being a bitch to everybody, nor am I going to fuck up my bag by going to work and telling people down to my job I don't want to do this shit no more because I'm grieving the loss of my brother who got shot 3 years ago. No shade, Trina. No shade. But them people didn't shoot your brother. So I'm not understanding why you came up in there. They're trying to talk to you to get your mind off of it. And instead of you just sucking it up and realizing it and taking it for what it is, you want to blow up at people and be a bitch about it. And then you're walking away from your job. You think you that big that you could just walk off from your job? I mean, I don't know, Trina. Maybe you are, and maybe they respect you enough like that to where you could just walk the fuck off of your job. You know, excuse me, behind you and your emotions. I got a bad cough, you all. I've been trying to get rid of it. For y'all hoes that's mad at it, I don't know what to tell you, bitch. Yeah, I'm not trying to do none of that, Trina. Trina, I'm gonna be Trina. What I want you to do is stop using your dead relatives as a storyline. All right, that's another thing I want you to stop doing. I let you have it last season because that just happened with your mom, and I had a soft spot for mamas. I give you that. This season, I don't want to hear nothing about your brother that lost his life 3 years ago. Sis, it's no shade. But I don't want to hear that. You done gave us that already. You done gave us the death in your family storyline. Can you please give us new? That's all I'm saying. Moving on. Sukiana invites her mom over for a photo shoot. I think it was for Mother's Day. And they tell her, her and her fiance, tell them about how they want to have a baby right now. And then Suki pulls the if it was a man card. Suki, this is how I know you young and you dumb in the mind. If the man, first of all, the man not having the baby, the woman is. So the man ain't the one that's going to be going through morning sickness for 4 or 5 months. The man ain't the one that can't smell chicken, fish, chicken or eggs being cooked. The man ain't the one who's going to be wobbling around with the back feeling like it's about to cave in because they got a baby up in there. The man ain't the one who has to put his legs up in the stirrups to get checked. The man ain't the one who has to deal with all of the aches and pains as well as the constant indigestion and shit like that y'all pregnant women have. The man ain't the one that's gonna be laying in the bed one night and feel all of that gush all between his legs and in his butt. That man ain't the one that's going to feel the first initial contraction. That man ain't the one that's going to be reeled up into the hospital. That man ain't the one that's going to have the epidural needle in his back. The man ain't the one that's going to be told to... That ain't the man. So for you to even use that showed your immaturity. And it shows just how much you really do need to wait. And then the notion of you using Cardi B and all of these other people, much like your mama said, Cardi B was already established in who she was and what she was before she decided to have a baby. Versus we only know of you on Love and Hip Hop Miami. And that's only to the people that watch this shit. Everybody not watching Love and Hip Hop Miami, Sukiana, so don't everybody know you. And even if people did know you, the only people that will bump you are, like I said, these newfangled hoes these days. Because us old fangled hoes ain't sitting around here listening to you, girl. We ain't listening to Trina no more. I mean, I'm just saying, Soup, but you can do what you want, child. I'm just saying, Soup, but do what you want, girl. I ain't got no problem with you. I like you a lot. I think you're funny. And I really do feel like you can get to where you need to get to, but you have to take you seriously. And I don't think you're doing that. And neither is your damn man. So Amara tells Alan that Amara tells Alan that her mama don't want her to stay in the DR because of him, and nor do she want her to throw her career or her life away. And she feels like her mama is trying to control her. I do feel like majority of what's going on with you and your mama Amara is control. Don't get me wrong. I do feel like your mama has made it a point to control your life because are you the only child? Because Lord knows she act like your eye. I don't know. But I will say this though. Mothers always seem to know. A mama's intuition is never wrong. All right? And while your mama like him a little bit, she don't like him a lot for her to just give off her blessings to let you move out the damn country with a whole nother chap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm just saying, Amara. You know, while I do feel like your mama loved to control your life and she's made a living off of doing it, a part of me also feels like you might need that damn guidance because I just don't feel like you're making a smart move right now. Because, Amara, if you moving to Santo Domingo was only because the market out there is a lot better and you're making your money, I will be down for that. But I just don't believe that when it's a man involved and it's dealing with you. I don't believe it. But whatever. So, Blondie and Sheila's mother, I mean Ace Hood and Sheila's Mother Day brunch, and Sheila and Blondie talk. You know, I like Ace Hood mama, even though she reminds me of my 7th grade homeroom teacher, Miss Spicer. I could not stand her. I did not like her at all. And she reminds me so much of Miss Spicer that I'm shocked that I actually like her ass. But I do. Shout out to Miss Spicer, by the way. Miss Spicer, I don't feel that way about you now, but I damn sure felt that way back in 2001 in 7th grade, all right? I don't feel that way now. But, Blondie just love her son. She just love her son. And, I don't want to give too much because y'all know how I feel about Ace Hood. And Ace Hood obviously love his mama and his wife. So I sure don't want to give her the rundown the way I probably would if it was anybody else's mama. All I want to say to you, though, Sheila, is, I mean, not Sheila, Blondie is, Sheila seems like a real good woman. And your son really loves this woman. And if she is making him happy, that should be enough for you. She's not trying to take him from you because obviously y'all still have communication with each other. So her trying to snatch you away from him, away from you, is not the case. I just solely believe the only reason why you got an issue with her is because you feel like she's responsible for him getting under DJ Khaled. And that's why your coins ain't the same as it used to be. But that has nothing to do with her. I believe your son been wanting to leave. And out of all of y'all, she was the only one that was really behind his corner and saying, baby, listen, if you feel as though this ain't what you want to do, don't do it. I'm just saying, mama. But I like Sheila. I like you too. I really hope y'all work this out for the sake of Ace Hood. Moving on. Trina doing a performance for an A's event. And she's late as hell, and she's blaming her new management team. You know, I would blame my management team, but at the end of the day, I'm still an adult. And I just feel like if my team isn't getting it right, I will get myself there on time, and I'll fire them bitches later. That's what I would do. I would not get so big in my britches to where I just forget that I'm human. I know I have something to do, so I'm not just going to depend on you two to get it done. Hell no. My hope is that I don't have to do it, but if I do have to do it, it'll get done, bitch. I'll be there on time, motherfucker. And y'all hoes is going to be standing in the child line. And that ain't good times. But don't get mad at me. I mean, I'm just saying. Moving on. So Amara and Alan talked to her mama about her staying in DR. And of course, Mama La Cucaracha is not here for it. Mama La Cucaracha said, no, hell no. Over my dead body, would this happen? And if you do that, don't ever talk to me ever again a day of your life. Now, I ain't saying this what she said. But with the way that Amara got up and paraded off and all the rest of that shit, you know, it may not have been that, but it was somewhere around that ballpark. But y'all, that's really all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. I tried to give y'all the best that I got with the way that I'm feeling. So I hope I made it as entertaining as possible. The episode was okay. You know, it was okay. It didn't grasp me. It didn't make me jump for joy. It wasn't like, oh my God, this was even better than the premiere episode. It was just okay. I really hope y'all pick it up though, because y'all gonna fall by the wayside, much like Love and Flip Flop Atlanta. Y'all gonna fall right by the wayside, Miami. I'm just gonna be real. But y'all jump down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about last night's episode. And until next time, I'm gonna holler at y'all later, girl. Bye.